We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Okay, give some credit to the team covering the kick, but boy, what was he thinking? Stay in the end zone, take the knee, and help out your offense. Instead, you put your team in a really precarious position.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Now Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
On first down, Drake. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing on first down, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The Giants at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now it's Taylor. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Kill.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, check Mike 21.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's Drake one more time on second down. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21. Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21. You got nothing with that. You got nothing.
On third down, here's Corral. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. On the return is Cohen. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. With it is Jackson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Up the middle they go with Drake. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Corral with it, 1st down here, and that'll be checked down to Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
It was the second straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun, Jones. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
On the return, Jackson. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Corral. Forced out to his left. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch the safety creep. Alert flare. Rush in.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Let's go. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. 9.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, check Mike 21.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run by Hubbard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A give running right, Drake. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Corral. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On 3rd down, Taylor. James has got it. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
Mike 7. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 7's a Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jones on first down. Eluding and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this one's high, but not very far.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That ball caught by Slayton. He's at the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Jones now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right, and that'll be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
Finding room at midfield.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
34 yards to gain that time. Another first down.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike.
Corral sets up play action. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Off play action. Here's Corral. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Corral sets up play action.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Mike 36, Mike 36, 65, 65, 65. Mike 36, Mike 36.
Corral yet again going to throw it.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and my goodness, another interception.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Piñeiro now to add the extra point.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And now here is another interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll get it to Drake running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Chuba Hubbard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll get him down here at the 23. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Don't get nervous. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From midfield now, here's Taylor.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they take a knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Now Jones on first down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best, and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.